Hey, if you've been anxiously waiting to kick off your ski or snowboard season, here's a big update for you. Brian Head has an opening date.
Ding, ding, ding. We have an opening date, everybody. The resort made the announcement earlier today saying it's ready to open for the winter season after new snow this week. First chair celebration happening 10 a.m. Friday with giveaways and donuts, of course, to mark the occasion. Opening day lift tickets run $55.
Is it an opening day without donuts?
Well,
you have to have them.
Right?
It's a big deal.
Bring them on. I bet Cannon will find a way to get there.
I'm sure. First chair, first resort of the season.
Yeah.
You know, this is a big deal. And Southern Utah has been favored with our storm track. And I know Northern Utah resorts are going, okay.
They're a little jelly. They're a little jelly.
They're a little jelly.
Yeah.
Jelly donut, if you will. Okay, let's go ahead and take a view right now of what we were seeing from the Heber Airport. So we were dry, and it was beautiful in Northern Utah. The sun goes down, but we had those clouds. Isn't that a pretty sunset? We definitely were streaming moisture in with our southerly flow, so we got the cloud cover while we had valley rain and mountain snow in the mountains in southern Utah. Steve and Scott took these from Cedar City, where it was an unsettled day and, too, I'd say, a little chilly. Numbers were in the 40s every time I checked. Our Black Desert Skycam shows the clouds streaming through Washington County. We saw periods of precipitation, and it's all because of the movement of this area of low pressure. It started to move inland. It's got a counterclockwise flow. It's meandering through the desert southwest. And with its counterclockwise flow, we really enhance the moisture flow into southern Utah. We have a southerly flow in place, so we're grabbing that moisture and we're bringing it into the southern half of the state. Let's look at our storm totals thus far, because we've done pretty well just for a day. Almost half an inch at Zion National Park, 0.38 at Grand Staircase. We know Boulder Mountain's getting good snow. Almost a quarter of an inch there in Cedar City, Bryce, and St. George getting some measurable moisture. It was a bit of a moody day, and we know that another wave of precip is headed through the overnight, so you're not finished yet. Satellite radar shows the lull in the activity tonight. This was earlier into the evening. Then we're quieting down, but we know that we're going to see another wave of moisture coming in. Meanwhile, northern Utah has stayed dry. What a sunset shot. Well, the clouds just act as a frame, and then you have the snow. There's so many things happening from this view earlier. I just can't get over it. It's stunning. High temperatures today, 57. So here we are underneath the southerly flow. It's bringing in warmer air and allowing for our numbers to jump above our average of 49 for this time of year. 50s, 40s. We were cooler in places like Green River, Castle Country, Hanksville, Cedar City. Yeah, topped out in the 40s in Iron County. Hope you guys stayed warm. 57 in St. George. We matched temperatures. We matched high temperatures today. Washington County mimicking Salt Lake numbers for the last couple days. As we get into the overnight, we'll see 40s turning into upper 30s with mostly cloudy skies in northern Utah. Meanwhile, this is what it looked like. Time-lapse video coming from Eagle Point. Central Mountains picking up some snow, and you kind of see on this lapse as we get waves of precipitation kind of moving through. Periods of precip. We knew this would happen with this storm system keeping us fairly unsettled. Nice to see the snow. Places like Brian Head picking up an additional 3 to 6 overnight above 8,000 feet. That's why our winter weather advisory is in effect through tomorrow morning. We are still seeing winter driving conditions, and we know that additional snowfall will be happening in the Tushars, the Pine Valley Mountains, Boulder Mountain, Brian Head. All good news there. We want that moisture potential. Now, as we look at Thursday, we checked Wednesday, and we know that some of that moisture starts to sneak further north. Our southerly flow pushes that, so we already have the cloud cover, so we could start to see a few showers. Our Thursday precip potential keeps eastern Utah in the mix, and then south central Utah for the core of that moisture. As we look at our rainfall forecast, we have measurable moisture going down over the next 3 days all the way up to Cache Valley. Notice how Provo, Salt Lake, just barely any moisture. With a southerly flow, there are some areas that are favored and some not. At times, the Salt Lake Valley gets rain shadowed by the Ochres. And so I don't anticipate a tremendous amount. There's a slight chance tomorrow and then some isolated showers Thursday, Friday. Let me walk you through this here. You're going to see as we head into the overnight towards Kanab, into Washington County. There we go. That's a nice little chunk of moisture. Tomorrow morning and into the afternoon with rain over I-15 in Beaver County, snow for Grand Staircase, and that pushing north, which will make it all the way into Utah County. We keep that going as we make it through the day and into Thursday. You see how eastern Utah gets in on the mix. We stay pretty unsettled. How far north can these showers go? Utah County, Ogden Valley, maybe even Cache Valley. We'll see what happens as we make it through the midweek, but we stay unsettled into our Thursday. Snow accumulation, as I mentioned, another 3 to 6 above 8,000 feet. Eventually, the snow level was supposed to drop to about 6,500 feet. Temperatures keeping it between 7 and 8. We saw rain at Bryce Canyon. So by tomorrow, maybe above 7,000 feet, some light accumulation, but most accumulation above 8. There's our cutoff low on the move. We've got showers. It's taking its time. Behind it, we get another system. It's going to dig really far south. We're kind of watching that pattern, but it goes really far south, stays away from the Beehive State, and by the time that lifts, it lifts pretty far to the east of us, okay? Keeps us fairly quiet. Weather models now picking up on a storm into early next week. That's going to be a cold storm. Looks like it stays pretty far north. We'll see. As of right now, we see the temps drop. Don't know about precip. It's still pretty far away. 50s for tomorrow, above average. 58 in Moab, 50s in St. George. Statewide, we're going to be seeing the same temperature profile, but a storm is hitting the south. Showers turn to isolated showers and then eventually dry out by the weekend down in southern Utah, with numbers climbing back into the 60s. The Wasatch Front has a little bit of a quieter 7-day southerly flow. Doesn't like SLC. That's okay. We just can't do this all winter. Mother Nature, are you listening? We've got 50s. We dry out, a few isolated showers Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.